You wake up, you check your phone, you scroll past posts about investing, crypto, real estate, passive income, retiring early. Everyone seems to be doing something with their money, and yet you are still not there. You're earning well, you're responsible, you are educated, but when it comes to investing, something feels stuck. Not because you're lazy, not because you're bad with money, not because you don't care, but because deep down, investing still feels risky, unclear, and heavy. And here's the part no one talks about. You already know you should be investing. The problem is you don't feel safe enough to actually do it. So, what's missing? It's not more information, it's not another Instagram tip, it's not another article saved for later. It's something much deeper. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever watched investing videos but still didn't act? Saved pause but never felt ready? Thought, I'll start when I understand this better. That's not ignorance, that is fear disguised as responsibility. And there's research behind this. Most people don't fail financially because they lack access to information. They fail because their nervous system doesn't trust the decision, especially women. Because most of us were never taught how to invest calmly, step by step, without pressure. So we try to motivate ourselves, but motivation fades. We try to be disciplined, but fear takes over. And then we blame ourselves. But here's the truth. This isn't a discipline problem. It's a money psychology problem. Over the years, I've seen the same pattern again and again. Women fall into one of these three investing types. Type 1, the frozen investor. You don't invest at all, your money sits in cash, it's safe, but deep down, you know it's not growing. You tell yourself, at least I'm not losing money, but inflation is quietly doing that for you. Type 2 is the cautious overthinker. You want to invest, you research, you read, you learn, but when it's time to act, you freeze. You're afraid of making one wrong decision and regretting it forever. So you wait and wait and wait. Type 3 is the confident investor. This woman is calm, she understands risk, she knows why she's investing, she doesn't panic when markets move, and the difference between her and the others is not intelligence, is not luck, is not income, is that she has a system that fits how she thinks. So here's what's really happening. Most women inherited their money beliefs from parents who feared investing, stories of crashes and losses, seeing men handling finances, scams, hype, and financial trauma. So your brain learned cash equals safety, investing equals danger. I had a student whose husband lost money during the 2008 financial crisis. For years, investing felt unsafe to her until she realized it wasn't investing that failed. It was lack of diversification and understanding. Fear wasn't protecting her, it was keeping her stuck. Another student told me once, I thought I was already too late. She was in her late 40s, smart, successful woman. But once she saw her own plan, her own numbers, her own path, that belief disappeared. Because time wasn't the problem, lack of clarity was. This is why I created the This Mama Invest system. Not a course, not a quick hack, not something built for Wall Street, but a decision-making system built for women by women based on how women actually think about money. Women want clarity before action, logic before risk, safety before commitment. And that is not weakness, that is intelligence. The This Mama Invest system teaches you how to evaluate investments calmly, how to understand risk instead of fearing it, how to make decisions without pressure or guesswork. So investing stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like a skill you own. Most investing education fails women because it overwhelms them with jargon, pushes them to move faster than they're ready, or asks them to just trust the process. The This Mama Invest system does the opposite. It slows things down. It explains things simply. It replaces fear with understanding. One student told me she froze before clicking the buy button even after doing everything right. The moment she did, she said, "I've never felt so proud of myself." That is not about money, that's about identity. When you join, you're not just getting information, you're getting a clear investing education you can return to for life, real guidance and support while you implement, a community of amazing women who think like you, and a system that puts you back in control. All the details, options, structure, timelines are things we talk through together on the call based on your situation. One important thing to know, because this program includes direct support, real check-ins, and community, we can only support a limited number of women at a time. But there's another urgency that matters even more. Every month you delay, inflation keeps working against you, time passes without compounding, and the cost of waiting quietly adds up. Doing nothing feels safe, but it's often the most expensive choice. So here's the choice in front of you. You can close this video and tell yourself, "I'll think about it, I'll start later, I need more time," and nothing changes. Or you can take one simple step. Book a discovery call. We will talk calmly, no pressure, no selling, just where you are, where you want to be, and whether the This Mama Invest system is right for you. And I leave you with this. Not knowing how to invest is costing you more than learning ever will. You don't need to become a finance expert. You just need a system built for you. So book your call and see you there.